Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's all you got.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 5 catches, 76 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied. Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. On the double. 55. Check 55. Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Check. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 3.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Switch. Clear. Get it. Go.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
2nd and 11. That's complete to John Ross. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Check, ready.
They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves, because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. No chance. Kill. Let's go.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This is McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready? 10-2 saw. Tackles. Check 52.
On second down, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Partner, there's no doubt in my mind the defense has to be excited. They should be excited after what they've done recently here. But guess what? My old coaches always used to say, when you're having that kind of success, be careful. Play your keys, play your techniques. Watch out for something coming at you.
Good job defending the run. Probably going to have to defend the pass here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now, this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Jackson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. He'll look to throw.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
2nd and 5. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Complete to Dorsett. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start with an NFC matchup. Tampa Bay on the road taking on Dallas. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that game level as they take on the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. On the counter, Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll set up a throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now back to throw. Dorsett making the catch. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
70, Indy.
Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And able to find Dorsett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Come on, set.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd and 11. Dorsett's got it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby. Down. 50, plant.
Watch the pass.
He's coming. We got double.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Gurley. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
They run. It's Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Ready?
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Falcons, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get it